Welcome back. Tesla shares surging this week and could be starting a run towards new highs. That is what the charts are telling our next guest, Jeff deGraaf. He's the head of macro and technical research at Renaissance. He joins us now. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, Scott.
This looks like a pretty good breakout. What do the charts tell you as to where it can go?
It looks like a great breakout to me. It's got a lot of momentum. It actually broke out yesterday and following through today with a gap higher, and really has been consolidating for about 4 months. You had the big momentum surge off the lows in April with a lot of names, obviously, and it's been kind of dead money here for several months, and now really starting to add to that. So I think pretty easily this thing can trade back to the old highs. That's a pretty good move from here, and I own it personally, so for full disclosure, but I think there's a lot more to go here. So it's a bullish setup and certainly not extended, which is a case you can make for some other names like Google and other kind of Mag 7 names. So this looks pretty interesting to me right here.
It's like $90 higher from here. I mean,
yeah,
that's a considerable move. I mean, there needs to be a lot of momentum against a backdrop, frankly, fundamentally, that at least as it relates to the vehicle sales, is not good.
Yeah, there's something else going on there. So I don't think it's one for one with vehicle sales, and the market's finding something else to obviously add to. We're not in the narrative business. We're in the let's listen to the market business, and clearly the market is impressive in terms of the price performance. And it's not as we're not at a state right here in the market where breakouts are dangerous. You do have points where breakouts can be dangerous, and that's usually when momentum is dominating. And our work just doesn't show that momentum is dominating here yet. We're about the 44th percentile in our work, so anything above 90 starts to get a little uncomfortable, and we don't start chasing breakouts there. But this is we're a long way from that, so I think this still has some good upside to it.
A chart that should be talked about more, and we've tried to talk about it on this show and on Halftime, Alibaba. They've had this almost stealthy move with some of these China internet names because of the chip news that continues to come out. And the idea that there's going to be competition in China, whether, NVIDIA thinks it's going to sell more than the H20 there, I don't know. But Alibaba had new news this week, and you like this chart too?
I told your producer this might be one of my favorite quote-unquote live charts I've ever seen. What I mean by that,
wow.
It's something that I don't have to, in other words, I don't have the benefit of hindsight, right? Today, right now, what it looks like is this big base formation that spans, 3 or 4 years, is just breaking out. And I think it'll be very easy to look back at this thing in 3 years and say, woulda, coulda, shoulda. And again, here's a name that I think can double. It's not going to double between here and the end of the year by any means, but I think it can double by the time we're speaking, next year at this time, call it the end of 2026, I think is not out of the question at all. So there's a big base here. For those who like value, there's actually value in this name. The entire market in China has turned and really is one of our top picks, from a global allocation perspective. And this is just a name that, feels like a layup. So I like the chart. I like what it's saying. I like what the market's doing. I think there's a lot of opportunity there.
All right, we'll leave it there. Good to see you. We'll see you soon.
Good to see you.
Jeff deGraaf, thank
Thanks.
you.